I just want my name to be affiliated with like good music. Um, Pretty much, I just want everybody to know that I really work hard on my music. I'm 100% in it. Like that's my goal in life. Just how like what Quincy Jones does. I want to be like. I want my name to be that high one day as far as music.
So where does the name Nitro come from? Like, where did that come about?
Um, this car I bought 2 years ago. It was a Dodge Nitro. Um, and on the back it just said Nitro, and I was like, I've always wanted like a what do you call it, like an alter ego, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it just created a whole thing. And I put a mask to it. I used to wear this lucha mask all the time, and people would affiliate that with Nitro. But now that's just kind of a nickname that grew over time. Um, and now it's just like I affiliate Nitro with a lot of the more hard music that I make now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when do you turn into Nitro? When do you go from Tahj to Nitro?
On stage, on stage for sure.
Yeah.
And when I make like really aggressive songs, sometimes it's kind of like a certain mode I have to type into, and I would consider that Nitro mode.
Okay. So where are you from originally?
Um, I'm from Atlanta, but like I was born in Wisconsin, but I came here when I was a couple months old. So like I've been here my whole life.
Okay. What part of Atlanta are you from?
College Park.
Okay, cool. That's where I'm from. Did you go to high school here?
Uh, I went to private school because I played basketball.
Yeah,
I had to take the MARTA like,
all the time.
yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, I went to Westlake, so
Uh,
that's my thing. Okay. So did Atlanta play a big role in your career? Why or why not?
um, I would say yeah. It's just always influenced me,
Mm-hmm.
like being in this city and the way it feels. And like I was literally thinking about that last night. Like I love being home. It just like because when it's hot, it's hot. When it's cold, and you just
Yeah.
know what you're gonna get from Atlanta. And like I just came back from LA like 2 weeks ago, and I was getting mad homesick.
Yeah.
Like, this city just inspires me. The people, like the culture we have here, like the energy, and that's just inspired like my whole vibe. Like since I was young, like I've been attracted to 808s because niggas was playing Jeezy and Gucci, like driving by and shit. And I always would just hear the 808.
Mm-hmm.
So like I can say like even till this day, just little stuff like that just influences me.
So who are like your musical influences? Like what really drove you to really love music?
Um, Pharrell Williams, first and foremost, Kid Cudi, Kanye West,
Mm-hmm.
Tyler the Creator, fucking Chris Martin, Kurt Cobain. It's so many. It's so many.
Yeah.
Travis, fucking like. It's just I kind of grew up, and when I first started getting into rap music, it was just like pure Kanye. And like when my mom was playing rap, she wasn't playing like no like hood shit up until like later.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it was purely just like my intro to rap was really Kanye and NERD. Then I started getting into other stuff. Then I really started getting into Childish Gambino, who's like one of my idols.
Yeah.
And, like I just like I've studied these guys, and what I've got the most common thing from all of them is just realness and being like true to yourself, and like just you don't have to be the same thing. Like you don't have to repeat shit. And I follow those guys for that because they hold some weight to their name because
Yeah.
of originality. So yeah.
Did you grow up with a musical background?
Uh, my dad does music, but like he didn't really like he wasn't the reason I started it.
Yeah.
Like,
So what would be your reason?
I was just like I've been rapping since I was younger. Like I just started writing raps one day. Like the first rap I ever wrote was to like Danny Phantom when I was younger used to come on like repeat like
Yeah.
5, 6 times. And every time the theme song would come on, I would just listen to the beat and ignore the lyrics and write my own version.
Okay.
Like I would do that with like mad TV show theme songs. And so I was just like remixing theme songs. Then like later on, like once I started getting deeper into music, I was like, yo, like I need to do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like ever since I was younger, I was just like, I wanted to record. I would always ask my mom to go to the studio. And I wrote a rap and asked her, because my mom, she has a lot of friends that was in the industry. Like one of her friends that like I idolized when I was younger, his name is Lex Dirty. He's like a legend. He recently passed away like a couple years ago. But like he influenced me hella. He was my first studio session. And like he's done shit for like Watch the Throne. Like he's done shit with Pac, Big, like that nigga's a legend. And like ever since then I've just been like I just kept writing raps and my mom bought me equipment and really shit just been cracking. I literally just got done like working on something. Well, I'm technically still working on it, but
Okay.
yeah.
So
I'm sorry, that answer was
say?
so long. That answer was so long. I'm sorry.
No, that's great. I want to know what you're all about. That's what I'm here for. So basically, like, when did your music career come about? Like, when did you decide, okay, I'm going to take it serious? And then, like, when did you start to have management and stuff?
I started taking it serious really in high school. I was taking it serious, but I had no business to it at all. It was just me releasing songs.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was making hella mixtapes. Like I made so many in high school. But I had equipment in like 8th grade and shit. I was like rapping on this Rock Band mic and releasing shit on SoundCloud. But then like as soon as I like got out of high school and shit, like I was about to go to college for basketball, like at some like D2 school in Alabama type shit. I was looking at schools for basketball, and like then like the last week of high school, I was like, I don't want to do that shit. I was like, I don't want to play 4 years to not go to the NBA.
Exactly. I get that totally.
And so like, I ended up going to SCAD for a minute.
Okay.
And it was just like, I went for film because it's the only art school in Atlanta. And they didn't have a music program. So I went for film. I'm just like, I'm going to do this, whatever. But like, I just wasn't getting anything. I wanted to do music. I knew I wanted to spend my time doing music. And so like I did a festival. Like I started picking up and doing shows on my own. Like I started getting recognition for certain songs and shit. And that was just by myself. I released a tape by myself right before Sam started managing me. Mm-hmm. And then we met because my first really big like show was at his festival, Blue Summer.
Okay.
And he just told me to call him one day. I was like, yeah, I really want to perform. He was like, yeah, your shit's good. Let's do it. Boom. And like shortly after that, I started getting like traction because that show was fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. Like it was absolutely incredible. Like it's still one of my favorite shows to this day. Like, but after that, I was just like, fuck, I need a manager because if I want to do this at an even larger scale, like I need somebody to help me because I'm doing this myself. And he was just like, yo, I had a feeling, like I had a weird feeling about Sam. Like I was just like, so I put on my Instagram story. I was like, I need a manager.
Yeah, you knew he'd respond.
Yeah, I was just hoping he would see it. And he was like, bro, I was literally just talking to one of my friends about managing you. I was going to ask, but I didn't think you would do it. And ever since then, we've been rocking. It's been like a year and a half now. And shit's been going amazing.
Okay, so you like it? It's going well.
Yeah, like just having Sam as a manager, he's so fucking smart. Can I curse on here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He's so smart and like he's gotten me so many opportunities, like and so many good looks, like literally. Something is coming up that like when he first when he first started managing me, I was like, bro, I need this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he was like, all right. And it's something huge coming out in December.
Okay.
Like something really crazy. And like, I just, anything I ask him to do, he can get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And so I trust him completely. Like, we literally just went to LA. By the way, we're completely independent. Like, we went to LA and with me, he also manages Six Dogs. I don't know if you know him, and Tom the Mailman.
Mm-hmm.
We're other like pretty big acts right now. And we went to LA and just worked and met so many crazy people. Like,
Yeah, I saw. I was watching your story the whole time. Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I was just in the studio like every day, like cooking up beats every day, and like
Mm-hmm.
he linked me with this guy named Johan Lennox, who's done shit on Kanye's albums, 070 Shake, uh, all type of people. Like, and we have like 6 songs now. And right now it's just going really well, I'd say. But I've been taking a little like some time to myself, like trying to be less internet active, even though I still am. But and to just like lock in on the music again, because we released Surf and that got us so many like fucking eyes, like so many. And now I feel like I gotta just show people it could be way bigger, you know.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of SAR, can you tell me like what your intention was when you made it? Like what you had in mind when you had produced the whole thing?
Um, I was just like, what would my life soundtrack sound like? Like that was pretty much the goal. And South Atlanta Rage Fest, that's the whole idea was, if my life was a movie, what would it be called, and like, what would it sound like? And that was the whole motivation throughout everything. It's just like, it was just a bunch of feelings I had piled up. Like in my projects before, I have certain sentimental songs and certain shit, but they're not really focused. Like everything before Surf isn't really focused. These songs were kind of built into their own thing, and I just took the time to really make sure that they all sounded unique.
Mm-hmm.
And the next project, I'm fully producing, and I didn't fully produce off. I produced like 2 songs on that shit, but the next one is gonna be like oh my god, like
Yeah.
the song I just made is like, I'm about to send it to Sam. I know he's gonna fucking shit his pants.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to hear that. But now you said you wanted people to hear SAR hot. Why did you say that? Like, why do you suggest that people listen to it hot?
Cause weed is amazing. Like, and like, I a lot of people like have been smoking weed for so long. I didn't start smoking weed till I got out of high school, and like, just when I started listening to music like high, it
changes.
It changes everything. It's just like, yo, like you feel everything. And with that album, we have it to what we have so many different parts and switch ups and weird noises, all type of shit that triggers certain parts in your brain and shit. And like, I just wanted it to be like felt 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Like, something about being high and listening to music that you feel right here every time. And so like, I was just encouraging it. I don't want to encourage people to do drugs, but like, it's fun. Like,
yeah.
That sounded terrible.
Okay, so what's your favorite track off SAR?
Fuck. Probably High Five.
And why is that?
It's like one of my most honest songs, and like the beat is just incredible. But also, I have the biggest soft spot for Angel Dust. I love that song to death. Fucking Super Free with Jelani. That song is fucking incredible. I love that song so much. Like his verse on that shit, like the beat switch, that might be my favorite song. That literally might be my favorite song.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you said that you weren't gonna do a deluxe. So why do you think that, you know, deluxes are a little, you know, they're overrated maybe? Like what's the deal with deluxes?
because I feel like back in the day, like not even back in the day, like a few years ago, I feel like a deluxe version meant a lot more than what it does now.
Hmm.
Like a lot of deluxe versions of niggas albums nowadays is just throwaway songs. I'm like a deluxe literally means like a plus version.
Like deluxe, literally.
Like these songs are not adding shit to your album. It's just 10 more whack songs.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, that shit's played out. I was just like, I'm gonna let it be what it is, and like just have that era end because I'm ready to move on to the next shit. After December, we have this big shit coming out in December, and the Sarf era is over.
Yeah.
And I'm dropping more. I'm dropping more music in December and dropping like 2 albums next year.
Okay. That is amazing. We'll be looking forward to that. But I noticed that you get a lot of like comparisons in like the comments, and then you were like, stop comparing me to Death Grips. Like, and I think I saw a comment someone said like you were some type of version of Cuddy, and I was like, what? Why are they comparing him? Like, what do you feel about comparisons, and why do you hate them so much?
It's not that I hate them. Like, it's just since I started rapping, like it was even like a point when I was like fucking like 16, I just thought sounding like Travis Scott was the thing to do.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, this nigga's the greatest. Like, let me do everything. But then I like grew out of that, and I was just like, I want to make my own sound because the thing that makes artists great is that they develop their own sound, their own experience, their own situation. And like, I understand because I use fucking auto-tune, and because I rap a certain way, my voice is the same cadence as Tyler's. I get that a lot. I get Cuddy, I get Travis, I get all of those, but I'm not really stressing them anymore because I'm just like, with this next project, you're not gonna be able to compare me to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, because I haven't had the opportunity to really execute all my ideas the exact way I wanted to. Sarf was like, Sarf worked because everything kind of all fell into place, like kind of perfectly. It just built itself. With this one, I'm building this project from the ground up. Every single sound in this album is going to be made by me. So like, I'm just making another experience that's cinematic and more musical, a lot more instruments. Like, I just want to level up. And I keep saying like a lot. I need to stop saying that shit.
It's all good. So, okay. Being that 2020, like, it came in, you released Sarf, and then, like, the pandemic started and all this stuff is popping off. Like, do you think it hindered you, or do you think it helped you to become a better artist?
Both. Because Sam, we always talk about the fact that I have yet to perform Sarf. Like, I haven't got to perform the album at all. And like, I literally made it to perform. And somebody said it in the article. I don't know what one of these articles that came out, somebody said it's a shame that I won't be able to perform it. And that shit hurt me so bad. But like, we were supposed to do so many shows. We were supposed to do shows during this whole situation and just build that up, because my stage presence is, I'm not trying to ego boost myself or nothing, but like, my stage presence is crazy. Like,
yeah,
I make sure my live shows are insane. Like, I'm jumping right with you type shit.
Right.
So, that's the only thing that really hindered it, because it's really an experience. But I will say, I really locked in and became a producer during this pandemic. Like, I was producing a little bit before, but I really locked in and really started understanding and learning more and getting more into instruments, practicing on the piano more, using my voice. I have a vocal coach now, like, and just really making sure I can be the best version of Tahj this next album. Like, and just making sure I'm smarter. Because I don't want to go into this next project feeling anything the same from Sarf, because a lot of people do that. They'll still be stuck in their last album mode, and you might get their next 6 singles that sound like shit that could have been on their last album. I don't want that at all. I want everything to be just on fucking point. I've been really stressing all the details for this album, so yeah.
And what's the upcoming sound like? Is it different?
It's totally different. Literally, like a whole like 360, 180 fucking shift. I don't know. It's totally different. I have this thing now.
Yeah.
It's a mood synthesizer. And I've always wanted one, and my girlfriend got it for me for was it what holiday was this for? What was it? My birthday? It was for my birthday. I just turned 20. I don't know why totally forgot my birthday happened. But she got it for me for my birthday, and it changed up my whole sound completely. Like it's more. It sounds rich. It sounds more exquisite, more expensive. Nah, and it's really just my sound. I'm kind of mixing a lot of '80s sound because I've been listening to so much Quincy Jones, like so much Quincy Jones. I study that man now, and getting in tune with the chords, but also just learning how to program drums, learning how to sample, and really just trying to make. I can't put a specific name to the sound. I'm just calling it Nitro sound. That's what it'll be called.
Okay. So Nitro is coming out.
Yeah, it's not too aggressive. Like everything's not aggressive. It's just really strategic. Like I make sure I'm making good fucking songs.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it's about. Like I'm not stressing anything else. I'm not trying to make no hits. I'm not trying to make. It's just about how I'm feeling. Like literally, any songs I make is just a reflection of what I'm feeling. Even if it sounds like a banger, that's just literally what my energy was on. So literally, I'm focusing straight on the energy this album, how I feel, making sure I'm saying the truth and everything. And so, yeah.
So what's your music process? Like what, strikes up a song and makes you start writing, or just what makes that flow?
Well, for certain, the way, I'm fucking mixing my words up. I just really try to reflect what I feel in songs. Like I really want you to feel. If I feel sad, we're gonna put these violins in here heavy. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna feel it in your chest. I want you to feel me. And if I make a beat, it's just me going in, feeling a certain way, trying new sounds. Like if I had a shitty day and I want to make a song about how sad I'm feeling, I'm gonna find the deepest, darkest chord I can find. If I'm feeling happy, I find higher shit, more beautiful keys, just like piano keys, some shit. And then it's different from if I'm writing to somebody else's shit and when I'm writing to my own.
Mm-hmm.
When I get beats from other producers, like it's a lot easier to write to, but when I'm writing to my own beats, it's like, fuck, like this has to be completely the best thing in the fucking world. Like, because I don't want to bullshit myself. So that's pretty much my process. And then I give me my fucking notebook and I write. So, and smoke.
What'd you say?
And smoke.
Well, yes, it's very obvious. You tell everybody. Would you like people to smoke to the next album?
Oh, yes. This next album is better than Sarf.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, Sarf is going to be the album everybody comes back to and they're like, oh, you should have, like, it's going to be that album, I know it. But this sounds just totally left and I just switched everything up. Like, I'm keeping the crystals around me. You feel me?
For sure.
No, I'm joking, but for real, like, I'm just making sure every album is progressive. Every song is progressive. I don't have that many songs out. I have like a couple projects out, and everything that came out before Sarf, I don't want anybody to pay attention to. I'm literally trying to get that shit removed. Like, I'm keeping Stevie C Stars up because people fuck with that album for a few songs on it. I hate that album.
Why?
I literally hate that project. It's, first of all, I couldn't get it mixed and mastered because the laptop got stolen that had everything working on it, and I was so heartbroken, and I just put it out. I was just like, fuck it. And like, it still has a soft spot for like some of the songs on there, but overall it was just so much going on. Like, I listened to it and I'm like, what am I talking about? Like, and since then I've just been like making sure I don't waste a word anymore. Like, I'm saying shit that actually means something to me.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Will it go to SoundCloud, or are you just gonna remove it completely?
I don't know. I'm not even sure if I can get that shit removed, because I was signed to this distribution label a while ago, and they basically, we cut off from them, and I basically can't ask them to delete it now. So
okay.
Yeah.
And so when it's all said and done, what do you want people to know about your music? What is important that people understand?
That it's real. Everything I make is purely from the heart. Like, it's purely how I feel. It's really not for anybody but me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, of course I fuck with people fucking with the music, but really I really make these songs just so I can get shit off my chest, and I really just want to be known as a great artist. I don't want to be known as a rapper. I want to be known as a guy who just has ideas, and eventually when, like, we have, I almost slipped up and said some shit, but we have some things coming out that's letting me venture into other worlds, and by when it's all said and done, I just want to be a guy that just did a lot of cool shit. Not just music, not just whatever, just cool shit, you know?
Yeah. Is there anybody you want to work with in specific, like local, like on a global scale?
Local, I don't know if you know Danger Incorporated. They're out of Atlanta. They're pretty big. And I just linked with one of the members. His name is Booth. I met him like 2 nights ago. I would love to work with them. BK Derula.
Yeah.
I love her shit. Like, I think we can make something crazy. And I have a beat that I sent to her people, and I'm gonna just see what happens with that.
Okay.
Like, it's a crazy ass beat. Like, it's some shit we will slide on. But also, I don't know if you know Flower Child.
Yeah.
We just started talking really today, just about working and shit. But that's really, Deluxe. I don't know if you know J Deluxe as well. He's fucking crazy. Like, he's like the smartest, like, trap nigga rapper ever. Like, but I would like to work with Jelani again. We've been talking about shit. I don't know if you know Keyshore.
Yeah.
He's from here. I love that nigga to death. He's so funny. And it's just like, we just cool friends, and like, we just haven't sat down and really been able to like just make some shit. But he lives in LA. Like, when I was in LA, we kicked it at his spot. He got this nice ass crib. And like, he's here for like 2 weeks. And so we about to set up some days and lock in. And for Atlanta, that's pretty much it. Other than my homies, it's a lot of my homies coming out that they're not, they don't have as much of a following or as much of a like fan base as anybody else, but their music is crazy, and like, we're just building them up right now. Like, my homie Josh, like, he's doing a whole rebrand, and we're working on his music. That shit's coming out, but his rap name is Bohemian Lonely.
Okay.
Like, if you ever see my Instagram, look out for his name. My friend Dirt, his Instagram is Dirt Everywhere. He's having shit coming out. He hasn't dropped anything but one song yet, but that one song is a fucking banger. Like, and then my boy Owen, he's dropping some shit. He's like one of the craziest guitarist producers I know, and we got shit coming. We literally, the song I just finished, we did together. And for the last one is Hollow, my boy Hollow Sinatra. out of here. That's like my brother. He's doing his thing right now. He's about to release an EP. He just got a manager. Like, he was just on Zane Lowe as well. So I'm proud of him and just my whole gang. Like, I'm ready for them to drop, you know?
Mhm.
So yeah.
Now, do you ever see yourself like having a career as both an artist and like a producer? Because you speak on like the beats and stuff that you produce. Like, would you ever do that on the side as well?
Yeah, like, it's a lot of beats that I have that I'm thinking about getting out to people. Like, when I was talking to Booth, I was telling him that I would send some beats for Danger Inc. And it's just when I usually make beats, I'm thinking I'm making them with me in mind. You know what I mean? Like, if I make a beat that's too good, like, sometimes I work with people and they'll be like, "Yo, cook up a beat," and I'll be like, "Okay, boom, boom, boom," and then it comes out too hard, and I'm like, I don't know if you can have this one. Let me make another one.
Yeah.
So that's my only struggle with that. I just have to sit in rooms with people to kind of like just make the type of beats they want.
Yeah.
Because if I'm by myself, I'm gonna make some me shit. So
Yeah, I totally get that because like I'm emotionally attached to like whatever I write or whatever I film. So it's just like it's kind of like a child in a sense. Like you can't just make something for somebody else and then just let them have it because like
exactly how I feel.
because whatever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make it nice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I'm gonna be like, fuck, I wish I would have been on this because I would have did
Exactly.
it. It's just, and that's why I started producing, because a lot of people were sending me beats, and I was just like I know what I want to do. I know the ideas I have in my head. Let me just figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
And I figured that out, and now I don't really rely on producers as much, because for Sarf it was kind of like a waiting game making that, because I was just like, okay, let me wait for Andre, who's like one of my homies who produced most of Sarf. He lives in Germany. I just had to wait on him to send me beats, waiting on MB Wave to make new shit. Just all these producers, I'm just waiting on them to send me shit. But now it's just like, okay, how am I feeling? Let's go in the fucking next room and make it happen. Or like have sessions. Like recently I'm running out of breath talking so much. But recently I've just been going different places and setting up my studio and just like seeing what I can make happen. Like I'll go to Sam's house and cook up and just set up over there. I'll go to Owen's house or like just any of my homies' cribs and just kind of see what's cracking with the energy, you know?
Yeah. So what legacy do you want to leave behind?
I just want to be known as one of the best musicians ever, best artists ever, really. I just want to be mentioned with the greats one day. I really want people to just recognize me for musical genius one day. That's all I really want, just out of this whole thing, and just being able to help other people. Like I want to be known for being able to help my community, helping people I love, and just like helping the world. Like I don't want to just make all this music, make money, and just spend it on myself.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people that need help in the world, and it's a lot of people that aren't helping. And I feel like I like flashy shit, I'm not gonna lie, but I'd much rather spend most of my time just trying to figure out how to make the world a better place, and become a better man, you know? I just want to be known as a good guy who made good music.
Yeah. And lastly, do you have any advice for like other people coming up in the industry, especially youth? Like, do you have anything you want to say to them?
Don't talk to Alamo Records. Don't talk to them. Nah, that's a joke. But really, I get asked this question a lot, but it's like I'm not even famous. You know what I mean? So I don't really know. Like the way I did this shit was just pure me just doing shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't really strategic. Like meeting Sam wasn't strategic. Like the way I make my music wasn't strategic. It was just like I just kind of knew where I wanted to go, and I always know what I want to do, and my life just kind of goes with those things in mind all the time. And so shit just kind of happens organically. But I would just say stay true to yourself, really, and just be smarter than everybody else. Like, evaluate what's going on around you as far as the music, and make sure you don't sound like anything that's happening, really, and make sure you're being different. Make sure you're working harder than everybody else. Because, like, one of my things, like, as an artist, like, I just felt like I wasn't working hard enough. And, like, I don't burn myself out now. I work when my mind's ready to work. But it's just about making sure that I'm putting in the time I need to be putting in to get where I want to be. Because as long as I keep putting in fucking 12 hours a day on these beats and fucking recording, I'm gonna get to where I'm gonna be. And, like, I'm seeing early signs of me having the success I want to get, but it's just about staying focused, because a lot of niggas get lost in the sauce. A lot of niggas get a little bit of clout and just start trying to milk it, trying to make the same things. I'm trying to elevate, build a catalog, just trying to get smarter and just work harder, you know?
Yeah, even though, like, it's interesting that you say, like, you know, I'm not even like this yet. But the thing is, like, people like are looking at you, and like you're like 10 steps ahead of like the next person. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like looking at that inspires people to keep grinding. Like, I just graduated high school, and seeing your story makes me, like, you know, want to go harder. And just like hearing what you're saying is like, you know, I'm gonna work when my mind is ready to work. Like, that's just letting me know, okay, you know what, I'm straight. Like, even though I think I'm like behind like the power curve, like, I'm sitting here interviewing you. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just, I don't know. I feel like Atlanta's really gonna shake shit up. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be.
That's how I feel like this city is about to have another moment. Like, I feel like Atlanta has been having crazy moments in the trap scene.
Yeah.
Like, we've always been the trap city. Like, trap music is Atlanta, bro, and trap comes from Atlanta. Like, a lot of these sounds come from this city, but like, I feel like right now there's about to be a moment for these artists that's doing different things. Like, it's a lot of great hip hop like coming out, like a lot of great lyricists, a lot of great musicians. And like, I feel like personally, like, I feel like I'm gonna do something that's gonna like just change the way the city looks at music. Like, that's my goal for this next year. Like, with this next project, people are gonna be like, this nigga from Atlanta? Like, like, it's gonna be different. Like, the city's not gonna really have a label sooner or later. Like, it's just gonna be a music city. Like, it's not gonna be just a trap city. It's gonna be the city of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't think people realize, like, literally Atlanta influences everything. Like, there's not just like, I know that right now we're still considered trap, but like, people don't realize, like, there's people like Jid who is not making trap. Childish Gambino's from Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, we're out here doing this, and there's small pockets of Atlanta that's just so diverse, and people don't even know that yet. Like,
Jid is one of the like greatest rappers ever already, bro.
Yeah.
Childish Gambino, this nigga was on Lion King, bro. This nigga has a TV show. Like, that's what I look at, and I'm like, yo, like, I can, like, since I was younger, the guy who really like boosted me in the beginning was Childish Gambino, because he was rapping shit, like, he was making songs for the different kids that didn't exactly want to follow the way.
Right.
And so he raps about, I make these songs for the kid that's skating in his driveway. I was skating in my driveway listening to his shit. And once I saw him expand and do other things, I was like, I can do this shit. Like, this nigga's from where I'm from. Like, all he did was work hard. And I feel that same way about Tyler, Kanye, Pharrell, like, Cudi. They just all tell me the same things when I listen to their music, and that's work hard, make sure you're doing you, and it's gonna happen. So
exactly. Yeah. And is there any like remarks that you want to leave? Like, do you want to say anything to, like, do you want to shout anybody out, or one last thing you want to say?
Um,
Nitro all the way.
um, I don't know. This album's coming soon. I really
Yeah.
don't know what its name. It has like 4 or 5 different names right now.
Hmm.
Um, okay, I'm gonna say the every time I do an interview, I always do some shit that's like I just like to say n- new news, shit that's new to people. But the first album I have is gonna be called Everyone's Scared. Um, and the second album is gonna be called Nitro. Nitro is gonna be entirely produced by me. The Nitro album.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. It's so nice meeting you. Like the first time that I actually encountered your work was when I was at freaking Art House. And I
Really?
think that was like way before, not way before, but like maybe it was like February. I don't remember when it was, when the last one was.
That was my last show.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that was my last show. That was my very last show before COVID started cracking, and I hated that show.
Weird how we were just like chilling and then everything just popped off with COVID. But like that show was awesome though.
Man,
That was lit.
I did my best, but like it's just like niggas don't be like when some niggas just think they too cool to turn up, bro. Like I love Art House. I love Art House. I love their whole situation. Like it's just like it was just a bad show for me. It's just like I was trying to get people to turn up, and it was just like, yeah.
But you don't think it was lit though? Well, maybe because I was lit. So I don't know. I don't know about it.
Which Art House?
It was the one, and like I think like the place had like clouds, and it was packed.
That's Lotus Rosery. That's
Lotus. That's freaking Anwar stuff. Lotus.
I was just with Anwar the other day, just playing.
Yeah.
That's my nigga.
Yeah, he went to Westlake with me, and you know, Atlanta's really small, but like that was lit. So that wasn't the last show you did then. And then that was like maybe like the second to last.
Yeah, that was the second.
But that show was everything.
Yeah, I was so mad I only had like 10 minutes, but that show was so fucking lit.
Yeah.
Like, I still like watch the footage from that shit. I'm like, yo. Like, but me and Anwar are working on some shit. We're gonna do like a Lotus Rosery time surf thing to kind of go with this like wrap up, and we're gonna do like a special live event, and what we're working on it. We just talked about it the other day.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna work on that, and because I fuck with Lotus Rosery, him and Oni, like I love them to death. Like they're really smart, talented, fucking geniuses, and like. I just love seeing them come up doing their thing. Like, I just love seeing young Black people just doing great things. So
yeah, and that's what our brand is about. Young ATL, youngatl.com is basically just about inspiring young people to pursue their passions. Because Atlanta's full of young people, you know, coming up and doing their thing. So really, like, I just wanted to interview you to show other people, okay, yeah, this is possible, and just to show the world, like, young people in Atlanta aren't playing, like. We exist and we're coming up and doing our things. But thank you so much. It was nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you too. Thank you for even having me.